what every single influencer and coach and everybody on TikTok and YouTube gets wrong about recovering from these relationships. So you get up, you're feeling blues or whatever. You go on TikTok or you go on YouTube and you watch a video of one of these influencers and they all say the same thing. What the fuck? They all say the same exact thing. They all tell you you're a good person and the narcissist you were with was bad. That's never going to help you. It's probably going to keep you stuck longer. And I believe these influencers know this. It's why you stay stuck and you don't recover. You don't focus on the person. You don't even focus on yourself. You focus on the introject that has been created by being in that relationship. You focus on killing that introject. That's what's inside of you. That's what's continuing to abuse you.
Hey, God bless this guy. Says he's a self-aware narcissist, and I do actually believe that he is. I've watched some of his stuff. If he wanted to have a discussion on introjects, external objects, false selves, and all that, I could probably explain this to him in a way that he would actually understand. So most of you guys don't know what an introject is. Let me see if I can break it down really fast, and I know it's going to be tough. If you're a borderline person and you have borderline personality disorder, borderlines create what is called an introject of you when they start to idealize you. They interact with that introject, and that is an idealized version of you that they build up so high that you'll never, ever actually be able to live up to the standard that the borderline places you at. The borderline also interacts with the external object, which is you. Follow me. Borderline creates an introject of you in their mind, and that is the idealized version of you. And then they interact with the external object, which is actually you, the victim. And they can't line up the introject with the external object for very long because you can't be perfect. You can't be this introject that they created of you. So that creates a cognitive dissonance between these two things here, right? So they will compartmentalize things that you do when you're doing something bad, and they will forget about that while they're idealizing you, but they will eventually start to devalue you, okay? So the introject is not inside of you as the victim. It is something that the borderline does. Now, the narcissist does the same thing, but they don't create an introject of you. They just have the external object that they interact with, and they idolize that object. They don't create an introject of you. They actually idolize the external object, which is actually you. However, the same problem occurs with a narcissist. Once they start to devalue you and see all your little flaws, even though they put you on that big, huge pedestal, they no longer can do it. So defeating the idea of a narcissist or a borderline and actually healing from it is understanding that they were never real to begin with and that they were love bombing you, and that's all it was, okay? So in order to heal from this, what he meant to say is that you have to accept that that person never existed to begin with, and then you have to work on yourself. Now, if you're a borderline, all bets are off.